this directional coupler, as it designed in such a way that it will be having its own properties. Okay, so let me show a real-time image. This is how a directional coupler looks. So it's a metallic pipe. Okay, it similarly looks like a waveguide, but it's a coupler. Okay, not a waveguide kind of thing. So if you see here, it's a metallic tube. Give me a second. It's a metallic tube which has got a huge length. Okay, it looks like a rod. So we have 4 ports for this particular one. Let us say this is port 1. This will be our port 2. And this is our port 3. These are just assumptions. And this other end of the pipe goes to this particular end. This is our port 4. Okay. Generally, port 1, 2, 3 are open and our port 4 will be closed, always closed mostly. Why our port 4 is always closed means I will let you know. Okay. So this is how a directional coupler looks, which also be used for distribution of our microwave signals. So what happens when the microwave signals into a directional coupler? What are the properties, how a microwave signal behaves when it is going into a directional coupler? We will be seeing it right now. So this directional coupler is designed, is represented in this way. Okay, so same ikkada ela aithe undo, it's a metallic tube with 4 ends. One end is closed, the remaining 3 ends are open. Okay, similarly here you can see this particular port. So this particular straight line directional coupler or the straight line ports are nothing but represented in the form of this P1, PI and PR, or you can also call it as port 1 or port 2. So this bottom line is considered as our port 1 as well as port 2, which is represented like this. This one, this particular one, which we can call it as main waveguide, or you can also call it as a primary waveguide. Okay, so here you can see a bend. This is another waveguide which is welded to the bottom waveguide. If you see here, there are 2 parts. So watch this coupler carefully. So this is another waveguide or another junction which is welded to the bottom. This particular bottom part is one pipe and this top bottom is another pipe. Okay, so if you see here, all these, there are 2 waveguides, rectangular waveguides or 2 microwave junctions which are welded together. So the bottom part is considered as our primary waveguide or the main waveguide. The second one which is welded is considered as our secondary waveguide. Okay, whenever you combine 2 waveguides, okay, which has got 2 ports, okay, at their ends, okay, you will be getting a directional coupler. Similarly, if you see the diagram here, there is a waveguide which is of straight line. There is a one more waveguide which is little bit bent. Okay, so a combination of 2 waveguides. This is the main waveguide, which is nothing but primary waveguide. This is an auxiliary waveguide, which can also called as a secondary waveguide. Okay, one waveguide will be straight and another waveguide will be bent. Okay, so this combination of these 2 waveguides gives us a directional coupler. Okay, so మనకి బయటకు చూడడానికి ఇలా separate parts లాగా కనిపిస్తుంది like this. Okay, but inside how it will be looking is like this. So there will be, this is our primary waveguide and this is our, so this is our primary waveguide and this is our secondary waveguide, which is bent and as welded. Inside, if you see here, there will be hollow space. ikkadi nunchi travel aye signal, okay, can transmit through anywhere, wherever the place is there, it will be transmitted, okay, through these pipes. So these two waveguides are connected or welded in such a way that there will be a hollow space in between. Wherever the signal comes, from wherever the signal enters, okay, that particular signal tries to move through all these three ports, okay. So that's why they have indicated some few points here. So our directional coupler is a combination of two waveguides. Each waveguide will be having two ports, as we all know, okay. So on the whole, a directional coupler consists of four ports. Two ports are from primary waveguides and another two ports are from secondary waveguide. One primary waveguide, okay, will be having port 1 and port 2. The secondary waveguide will be little bit bent and it will be considered as port 3 and port 4. Now, let us assume this is port 1, this is port 2, this is port 3 and this is port 4. Okay. Now, let us assume we have connected our microwave signal as an input through port 1. Okay. From here, the microwave signal is given. Okay. Whenever we are giving an input of a microwave signal through any port, okay, that microwave signal in this directional coupler can be considered as power. Okay. So we will be calling it as transmitted power, received power, forwarded power, or the back power. Okay. Here in a directional coupler, we will be assuming with respect to the power of a microwave signal. So suppose we are giving a microwave signal from port 1. Okay. At this particular port, this port now is called as PI, which is nothing but as incident port or incident power at port 1. Wherever we are giving, through which port we are giving a microwave signal, that port will become our incident port, or it will become incident power at port 1. Okay. Now, whenever the microwave signal is traveling like this, okay, what is the expected outputs? From which ports the output can be expected?
Port 2 and port 4.
Yeah, see. So we have, as it is traveling from port 1, we have three outlets, port 2, port 3 and port 4. Okay. As this microwave signal or the energy is transmitting, it directly goes to the port 2. Some energy will be splitted to the port 4. Okay. If at all there are any reflections in the microwave signal, if at all there are any reflections in the microwave signal, that signal will be reflected back to port 3. Okay, ఎప్పుడైనా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, if at all there are reflections, that will be sent through port 3. Why? Because, okay, I will be explaining once again. Let us say a microwave signal is transmitting from port 1. Okay. Now our port 1 is considered as our incident port or incident power at port 1. Okay. As the microwave energy is transmitted through port 1, we have three outlets, port 2, port 3 and port 4. So this energy, some part of the energy will be traveling through port 2, some part of the energy will be traveling through port 4. If at all any reflected signals are there, that will go back in this direction. Okay. That's why whenever a port is there, that particular straight path of port 2 ikkadi nunchi travel ayindi kabatti ikkada direct ga receive chestuntundi kabatti port 2 is considered as your received power port. Okay. From where we are giving microwave signal, that is called as incident power port. From where the signal is received is considered as received power port. Okay. Some part of energy will be taking diversion and coming to port 4. Okay. That port is considered as PF, forwarded power. Okay. So straight ga travel ayindemo received power and diverted aina signal emo considered as our forwarded power. Okay. Whichever the signal is reflected back, okay, that reflected signal comes to the back power. Okay, mostly in the waveguides or the directional couplers, okay, the reflected power or the reflected microwave signal will be very, very less. Okay, so that's why always this back power or the back port is, okay, shorted, or one of the port will be always shorted. Okay, this is how a directional coupler works. ఎక్కడి నుంచి అయితే మైక్రోవేవ్ సిగ్నల్ని ఇన్పుట్ ఇస్తామో దట్ విల్ బి అవర్ ఇన్సిడెంట్ పోర్ట్. ఎక్కడైతే స్ట్రెయిట్ లైన్లో రిసీవ్ చేసుకుంటుందో దట్ పోర్ట్ విల్ బి అవర్ రిసీవ్డ్ పవర్ పోర్ట్. ఎక్కడైతే మైక్రోవేవ్ సిగ్నల్ డైవర్ట్ అవుతుందో దట్ విల్ బి అవర్ ఫార్వర్డెడ్ పవర్ పోర్ట్. ఎక్కడైతే మైక్రోవేవ్ సిగ్నల్ బ్యాక్ రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతుందో దట్ విల్ బి అవర్ బ్యాక్ పవర్ పోర్ట్. ఓకే, mostly our microwave signals are transmitted in such a way that, okay, single direction లోనే ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేయడానికి యూజ్ చేస్తారు. ఓకే, I will show you one more example. So see here, this is our real-time directional coupler. Okay, let us say our microwave signal is traveling from this point. ఇక్కడ కనెక్ట్ చేశారు మన మైక్రోవేవ్ సోర్స్ ఆర్ మైక్రోవేవ్ వేవ్ గైడ్, అండ్ అవర్ మైక్రోవేవ్ సిగ్నల్ is traveling at this point. This is port 1, let us say, this is port 2, and this is port 3, and here one more is there, this is port 4. Now tell me, what is our port 1?
Incident port.
Yeah. See, our microwave source, as it is going through port 1, this port 1 here will become incident power at port 1. Okay, what is port 2 now?
Received power.
Yeah, as it has got the straight line, so first energy travel avadame ila velipotadi. So what it happens is the port 2 straightly receives the energy from the port 1. That's why it is called as PR, which is nothing but received power at port 2. Now some part of the energy, as there is a way here, it travels through like this. Okay, what is now port 3 is called as so it is called as forwarded power at port 3. Okay, now due to some distortions, noise or something else, okay, some part of energy will be reflecting back. Okay, now what this port 4 is now called as?
Backward power.
Back power at port 4, PB. Mostly the back power ఎప్పుడైనా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, in a directional coupler the back power will be very, very less because there won't be much reflections. That's why the back power of a microwave signal will be very, very less. That's why mostly in real time the back power will be closed. Okay, so mostly what we need to assume is what is the incident power, how much incident power we are giving, how much the power of a microwave signal received, how much the power of a forwarded microwave signal is there. These are the calculations we need to make. So when a microwave signal is transmitted into a directional coupler, ఎంత ఇన్పుట్ ఇచ్చామో, ఎంత రిసీవ్ చేసుకుంది, ఎంత ఫార్వర్డ్ అయింది అనేది మాత్రమే మనం క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి. ఈవెన్ దో ఇఫ్ యూ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ ద బ్యాక్ పవర్ ఆల్సో, ఎంత రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అయిందో క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసినా that will be very, very, very minimum. So always directional coupler is made of two rectangular waveguides, where one waveguide is of straight line and one waveguide is of bent. Okay, each waveguide will be having 2 ports. That's why a directional coupler will be having a 4 ports. Okay, mostly in real time scenario, back power port will be closed. Okay, so this is one of the waveguide which is always used. This is one of the waveguide which is always used from this direction. That's why this particular port is closed. It side nunchi enter ayinappudu emotundi, this particular port is becoming our back port, right? That's why this is closed. Okay, suppose a microwave energy is traveling through here. This is our port 1, this is our port 2, this is our port 3, and this is our port 4. Now, what is our incident port here?
2, port 2.
Port 2 is our incident power at port 2. Okay. Now, what is our received port?
Port 1.
Port 1 is our received power at port 1. Okay. What is our forwarded power port?
Port 4.
So, port 4 will be our forwarded power port. Okay. So, ikkada manaki opening vastundi annamata in real time, if at all they are using this one. Okay. What is the port here for back power? If at all there are any reflections, where it goes?
Port 3.
Yeah. So if at all there are any reflections, it directly goes to port 3. కొన్ని manufacturing designs లో అన్ని ports కూడా open పెడతాడు, కొన్ని manufacturing designs లో they will close like this. Okay, this is what I explained. Case 1. Okay, case 1 lo let us say the signal is getting transmitted through port 1. So now our port 1 will be our incident power at port 1. So as it is straightly receiving here, our port 2 will be our what we can say received power at port 2. Okay, and ఎప్పుడైనా గుర్తుపెట్టుకొని received power కింద ఉన్నది మాత్రం it is a forwarded power. You can also call a forwarded power port as a coupled port. Okay, so remember and write down all these terms. Whenever we are giving an input, that particular input port can be considered as incident power at port 1. Whenever whatever the port is directly receiving, okay, that particular port can be called as PR, received power at port 2. Okay, and whatever the forwarded power is there at that particular port, you can call it as PF, forwarded power at port 4. That can also be called as coupled port. So whatever the signal will be reflected back, okay, mostly signal won't get reflected back, that's why it will be closed. Okay, so the reflected back, if at all will be there, that will be called as PB, back power at port 3. Okay, that is how it is considered. So this is PI equal to incident power, PR equal to received power, PF equal to forwarded coupled power. Okay, you can also call it as coupled port, and PB is your back power. Okay, it depends from which port you are giving input. Okay, so ports left side nunchi vaste forwarded and back power received power ports change అయిపోతాయి. Right side nunchi input iste again ports will get changed. Okay, let's see another case. This is the case 1 where we have seen incident power is from port 1. Okay, let's see another case. Now, in this particular case, the incident power is from port 2. Okay, so the received power will be port 1, forwarded or the coupled powered port will be our port 3. If at all there is any reflected power, it will be our port 4. But naturally, there won't be any reflected power. Okay, most of the reflected. We have two properties. One is coupling factor C as well as directivity D. Okay, so let's see coupling factor C. So the coupling factor of a directional coupler is defined as the ratio of incident power PI to the forwarded power PF in decibels. So our coupling factor C is given as C equal to 10 log 10 PI by PF in dB decibels. Okay, this is our coupling factor C, how it is calculated. Now the next property is our directivity D. So the directivity of a directional coupler, we can also call it as DC, is defined as the ratio of forwarded power PF to the back power PB. Okay, it is also expressed in dB. So directivity D is equal to 10 log 10 forwarded power PF by back power PB in decibels. Okay, this is the directivity of D.